He probably didn't expect that to happen.
You think I'm vicious? You don't know what vicious is!
Welcome to Animeology, and today we'll be taking a look at 10 anime with an overpowered main character who pretends to be weak. The anime on this list all feature a main character that is incredibly overpowered in their respective universe, but for one reason or another they decide to hide their strengths. Whether it be to protect their lazy lifestyle or for reasons yet to be discovered, you definitely do not want to cross their path. Before we begin, be sure to drop a like and subscribe down below for more anime top 10s, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. Number 10, Alderman on the Sky. Our first anime follows the story of Akita Solar, a lazy philanderer wishing for nothing more than a peaceful life. However, when war breaks out between the Kadvana Empire and the neighboring Republic of Kyoka, his life is forever changed.
娘です。でも順位殿、もう二度と来やすく母を名前で呼ばないでもらえますか。たかが真男の分際で。
Despite his hatred for war and violence in general, Akita is a very adept battle strategist. Due to a series of unfortunate events, our protagonist is now forced to put his dreams of tranquility on hold as he now must become the hero he never wanted to be. Number 9, Plunderer.
はい、重すぎるよ。お願いだからダイエットして。
This anime is set in a post-apocalyptic world that is dominated by counts, numbers branded on the bodies of every human that determine their worth. This number can be anything related to an important aspect of the individual's life. For Hina, her count corresponds to how many hundreds of kilometers she has walked.
Look, and watch your count disappear. The winner can take the loser's count, you see. And then add it to their own.
When an individual's count drops to 0, they're dragged into the abyss, which results in them suffering a fate even worse than that of death. After Hina's mother was dragged into the abyss, Hina set out on her journey to locate the legendary Ace. Her life is forever changed when she encounters Lick, a mysterious masked man with the negative count.
白く輝く星をつけ、人知を超えた力を発揮する。伝説の。
Number 8, Refaretta, from commonplace to world's strongest. The loner Hajime was transported to another world with his classmates and is immediately ridiculed for having the weakest stats and abilities. After all, his ability to transmute objects is not only weak, but a very common ability. After being betrayed during a dungeon raid, Hajime felt what everyone believed was his death. However, he survives the fall and is forced to learn how to survive in this strange, dangerous environment. Using his weak ability and constant hunger, he defeated then ate the monsters in the dungeon. Slowly acclimating to his new lifestyle, he began to painfully manifest the abilities of all the monsters he ate. Number 7, Noragami. I'm sure everyone at some point has heard of Noragami. This anime follows the story of Yato, the self-proclaimed delivery god, who dreams of having millions of worshippers. However, without a single shrine dedicated to him, his dreams may be far beyond his reach.
作り始めたら楽しくなっちゃって、うっかり徹夜まで。
へえ。よかったな。欲しがってたお社だぞ。
これでちょっとは元気に。
Yato's situation then gets worse due to his weapon partner quitting on him. As it seems that Yato's life has reached an all-time low, a young girl named Hiyori Iki saved him from a car accident, or so she thought. Luckily, this girl survived the incident, but it left her soul detached from her body. Yato vows to help restore Hiyori to her previous self. Number 6. Ice Ensign. This anime follows the story of Leonardo Watch, a normal human whose life is completely changed when he received the all-seeing eyes of God at the expense of his sister's vision. Because of this, he goes to Hell Salem's Law in search for answers to why he got these powers and how he can help his sister see once again. The all-seeing eyes of God are capable of doing a variety of things, but they're most notably known for their ability to alter and control the visions of those around them, cause nausea, hallucinations, and see into other people's mind. They also have a ton of other abilities, such as being able to heal themselves after they've been damaged. Number 5. The Rising of the Shield Hero. After getting isekai'd into Melremark, Naofumi found himself cursed with the fate of being the shield hero. On top of having no offensive capabilities, the once kind and trusting Naofumi had his personality take a whole 180 after being falsely accused of sexual assault from the only person he thought he could trust.
Now burn.
After being exiled from the kingdom, penniless and hated by all, Naofumi found that his shield is far more capable than what it was portrayed to be, being able to gain the properties of whatever it consumed and even having a plethora of unique skills that come along with it. Now accompanied by the raccoon girl Raftalia, it looks like Naofumi's situation is beginning to brighten up as his journey of rising from the bottom has begun. Number 4. World Trigger.
ネイバー。
お前がネイバーだと。
うん、そう。
間違いないだろうな。
間違いないよ。
This anime is set in a world where one day a portal appeared out of nowhere in Makadao City, and invaders from another dimension passed through. These beings were later named neighbors, and they overran the city, striking fear into the hearts of the civilians. To combat this, the Border Defense Agency was created. This group researched the technology of these invaders and managed to drive them off. Fast forward 4 years and Makadao City has grown used to occasional scrimmages against wandering neighbors. Osamu Mikamu is a C-class border trainee who had his life get completely changed after a mysterious white-haired boy transferred to his school. It later turned out that this boy was actually a humanoid neighbor. Number 3. Classroom of the Elite.
Ayanokoji, don't!
Seriously? You really were planning to hurt her, weren't you? You better let her go now.
When people think of school, they usually think of textbooks, subjects, and careers. After all, schools are supposed to prepare you for the future. However, Tokyo Metropolitan Advanced Nurturing School is a bit different. It aims not only to test its students on an academic level, but also their skills in survival in the outside world. This school was created by the Japanese government to instruct and foster the generation of people that will support this country in the future.
You fight like an expert. Which of the arts do you practice?
This anime follows the story of Ayana Koji, a quiet and unassuming boy who would rather keep his distance from others instead of interacting with them. Despite being a student in D class, which is where the school dumps its inferior students, it is quickly revealed that Ayana Koji has an aptitude to reach the top of his class, but for some reason he doesn't want to. However, after meeting 2 other students in his class, Ayana Koji's situation begins to change.
So, as it stands now, we think you're all garbage. You're worth nothing, so you get nothing.
Number 2, No Game No Life.
また家族が愛する者が待つ者たちも全員生きて帰ってくるのだ。
No Game No Life follows the story of the genius siblings Sora and Shiro, also known as the undefeatable blank. These two view the world as a lousy and boring game. However, a strange email challenging them to a chess match changes everything. Following the conclusion of the match, Sora and Shiro are teleported to a different world where they meet Tet, the god of games. Tet has granted them their ultimate wish, the wish to fully escape their mundane lives in the real world.
実はバカじゃない。
今まで何だと思ってたんですの。
いや、だってステフってステフだ。
ステフを別称みたいに使ってるのは気のせいですの。気のせいですの。
This new world is known as Disboard, a world where all forms of conflict from petty squabbles to the fate of whole countries are settled not through war, but by high-stake games. Sora and Shiro now have a new reason to play games, to unite the 16 races of Disboard, defeat Tet once again, and become the gods of this new realm.
もしかして2人一緒にいないとこうなってしまうとか。 何なんですのこの兄弟。
Number 1, Cowboy Bebop.
You think I'm vicious? You don't know what vicious is!
Now this is a show that I definitely am sure you've heard of. Bebop follows the daily endeavors of a ragtag group composed of Spike Spiegel, Faye Valentine, Jet Black, Edward, and of course Ein. Together, the latter would go on adventures to capture bandits all so that they can make ends meet.
Are all the employees here like you? You got some pretty classy moves for a corporate girl.
Bebop is a show that withstood the test of time for obvious reasons. This is a show that does an amazing job of balancing out lighthearted humor with deeper and darker moments as the backstories of the characters are discovered or expanded on. To add to all of that, this show has one of the most memorable and recognizable soundtracks.